As the crisis at our southern border continues, the president is going to be in mission today, pushing another $1 trillion spending bill, the Build Back Better spending bill. Joining us now for more on what this could mean for the American people if it does pass is Texas Congressman Jodey Arrington. Congressman, great to have you back on. Good morning.
Good morning, Rob. Good to be with you.
Congressman, I want to talk about the border quickly for a moment. The numbers, again, shocking for the month of October. Not as bad as what we saw over the summer, but if you look at October 2020, 71,000 illegal crossings that we know about. October 2021, the number up 128% to 164,000. What did you make of Secretary Mayorkas's appearance on Capitol Hill yesterday?
It just confirms that he's, and with all due respect to him as a person, professionally, he's an empty suit. He's a shill for this president and their leftist open border policies. There's simply no answers to why the administration is derelict in enforcing the laws of the land. And it's only going to get worse, Rob, because as we are considering this monstrosity of a tax and spend bill, it's also stuffed like a Christmas stocking with progressive policies, not the least of which is 8 million or amnesty for 7 to 8 million illegal immigrants. And they've scored some billions of dollars in cost because they will not require Social Security numbers that would prevent taxpayer-funded social services and some of these new cash entitlements from flowing to illegals. So there's going to be a bigger, fatter, juicier carrot that's going to be dangling to exacerbate, if you can even imagine, the situation that is already on meltdown at the border.
I want to put a tweet up that you put out yesterday. As part of their radical reconciliation bill, House Dems want to give $10.5 billion to illegal immigrants in addition to amnesty. These lawless and dangerous policies will ensure the deluge of illegals at our southern border will only get worse. So here we are. We're 10 months into Joe Biden, almost to the day. It doesn't seem like there's any plan to try and stem the flow of illegal immigrants crossing the border. Could this go on for another 3 years down there?
Rob, it actually will go on for another 3 years if the states don't exercise their sovereign constitutional power to defend their citizens and their border when they're being invaded by drug cartels with a flood of immigrants, a flood of crime, gangs, and drugs. And the Constitution makes provision for this. Article 4, Section 4, when the federal government fails in its contractual obligation to defend against an invasion, it is the right, and I would suggest the responsibility of states to step up, prosecute, detain, enforce the law, deport people, and do the job, quite frankly, that has been abdicated by the federal government and this derelict president.
Congressman, back to that Build Back Better bill. Nancy Pelosi says there's going to be a vote by Friday, before the end of the week, whether or not the CBO comes out with their report. The report basically gives, the American people an idea of how this monstrosity would affect them. How unusual is that?
For Democrats, it's par for the course because Pelosi was the same person that said, let's pass Obamacare and then we'll read the bill and find out what's in it. They didn't care about the score for the $2 trillion supposed COVID relief, which was a blue state bailout and a boondoggle for unions and union pensions. And so I don't know why they're going through this exercise is beyond me, because even when they talk about the current numbers, even if the shortfall is just hundreds of billions, according to the CBO, this is really going to be a $5 trillion proposition because all of these policies will be made permanent eventually.
Right.
And not all their pay-fors, but much of their pay-fors are Enron type schemes and gimmicks. So I don't know why they're going through this exercise, and I think it's going to be irrelevant at the end of the day for them.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. The Committee for Responsible Budget says it could be a $4.9 trillion bill. It seems like it's going to be partisan. Nobody on the left is going to vote against the bill. Nancy Pelosi can only lose 3 votes. Congressman, great to see you. Best to the family.
You,
best to your Country Day graduate in your family. Good to see you as always. Come back and see us soon.
You too, brother.
All right,
God
thank
bless.
you.